Lieutenant Dean Sprague, SPRAGUE, Graveyard Shift Commander.
Okay. If you could just run through what's going on here this evening.
Sure. At about 8:30, we received a call from an employee of the Rite Aid at 5520 North Division at Rowan Division, saying that a minute ago they had been held up and a gun was displayed, and the robbers had left with OxyContin. We were able to, very shortly afterwards, locate a suspect vehicle that we believe was involved, a white Buick Lucerne, and we had an officer that followed it into the convenience store parking lot at Garland and Monroe. When he activated his lights, the car took off high rate of speed, ended up in a pursuit, traveling through the northwest neighborhood, ended up doing some significant damage to the car on a power pole in an alley at Providence and Cedar, and we're investigating that as well. A few more blocks, and the passenger of the vehicle bailed out and ran off through the neighborhood. Car continued on. We were able to locate the car in the 1500 block of Gordon, and we're going to have that vehicle towed because there is a gun in plain view in the car. The driver, after bailing out of the car, ended up forcing entry into 1518 West Glass. And as police were closing in, he ended up running out of that one and breaking into the house next door at 1524 West Glass and attempted to hold a female occupant hostage. Officers were actually on scene and observed her fight her way out the front door, and the suspect then locked himself inside the house. Just due to the exigent circumstances, we ended up forcing open the door. Our suspect ran out the back door, and we were able to take him into custody outside the house. He is being treated for some cuts sustained from a broken window that he used during one of his burglaries. We have also recovered a bag full of medication that we believe was taken from the store. And at this point, there is one outstanding suspect, and we're obviously investigating that. We have in custody Eric Reiser, R-E-I-S-E-R. He's a white male, 22 years old, and he is under arrest at this point for one count of first-degree robbery, a count of residential burglary, a count of first-degree burglary due to his actions with the female homeowner, and as well an attempted kidnapping charge. Vehicle is going to be towed for processing by our detectives, and that's where we are.
Can you run down those charges again?
Yes, one count of first-degree armed robbery, one count of attempt to elude, one count of residential burglary for his breaking into 1518 West Glass, one count of first-degree burglary, and kidnapping for his actions at 1524 West Glass.
I understand he has prior warrants?
He is under arrest for some outstanding warrants, and whether or not there are other additional charges remains to be seen.
A situation like this, how often do you see? It's got to be pretty rare when you have a suspect break into a home and then try to hold somebody hostage.
You know, this was a very dynamic event for a very long period of time. Fortunately, we had enough officers available, and they did it right. From everything from identifying the suspect vehicle to the pursuit to the perimeter to taking them into custody. Fortunately, the injuries sustained to the one we have under arrest are self-inflicted from window glass. We don't have any officers injured. We don't have any employees at the store injured. We've recovered significant physical evidence, and we're just thrilled to death with the way, number one, our officers responded, but we also had assistance from Spokane County doing canine tracks. Again, we still have one outstanding, but so far, I'm really proud of my officers.
Should that person be considered dangerous?
Yes, absolutely, he should.
But where do you think? I mean, there's a search going on.
And do you have information on him?
Well, right now we don't. Very limited. We're following up on tips, things that the neighbors are calling in. Obviously, if anybody has any information as to who this person might be, we would greatly appreciate that information. But we do have one in custody, and fortunately for us, it ended with very little trauma to the citizens of Spokane.
No description at all on the other suspect or a name or
just
age?
vague right now. We don't have names. In fact, the one we arrested originally was not wanting to identify himself. So we're not getting a lot of assistance in that regard.
And it's Eric Reeser, R-I-E-S-E-R, 22 years old.
Reisen, I'm sorry, R-E-I-S-E-N.
R-E-I.
R-E-I.
The other suspect, was it a male?
Yes.
Okay.
Only know as a male.
And it's ERIC.
E-R-I-C.
Are you able to tell us how you located the vehicle so quickly?
You know, I I can't speak for all of our tactics and strategies and technology, but fortunately it all paid off for us this time.
Is that him by chance?
I have yet to see him, so
Okay.
if that's a picture you